I was thinking a lot about last week's video where I was in the emotional realm and talking about what if emotions come first and then we have a thought and then we take action. What if life actually goes that way? And if we ignore our emotions and just think our thoughts and then take action based on our thoughts, what if we just feel crappy a lot? Now, in looking to our emotions first, though, I want to say it is a real challenge. Let's face it, we all prefer probably to not dive deep on the emotions. They're messy, they're yucky, they're truthful. Let's face it, it's a lot easier to just do something. Oh, I feel like crap. I'm going to go push myself and go do this now. And that'll work for a while. And it can be quite effective if it's a small, tiny task. But I really want us to focus on the emotional side of things just for a little bit and talk about the messiness of emotions. Because if we go into looking at our emotions knowing they're messy, we can be a little kinder with ourselves as we explore how we're feeling. So how do we do this process? How do we focus on our emotions first? Our bodies are indicators. I really truly feel like our bodies are these tuning forks, picking up energy in the field around us, picking up energy within our own cells. So if we're willing to understand our physical body's a tuning fork and the energy it's picking up is emotions, it makes it a little bit easier to look at those yucky, icky, sticky feelings. One of the things I do when I look at emotions at my own emotions, is I remind myself that even though things are going well, life is still challenging. So I try to let myself know, I say things to myself like, it's not just you going through this right now, and even though we see like positive videos on Instagram and Facebook and positive things are true, they are happening, it doesn't mean we're not on our next part of our journey and going through some mucky stuff in order to feel that joy again and do another joyful post. This is life. This is life on planet Earth. So if we can gently, and when I say gently, I mean understanding that we're here to learn, understanding that our bodies are tuning forks, we can kind of tune in a little easier to, oh, I've got a yucky feeling today that I wasn't planning for. I want to pay attention to it. This is actually information for me. So one of the things I do is actually attempt to name the emotion. So I might say to myself, and I'm a writer, so I relate to words, and I might say to myself, am I sad? And then I might be like, yeah. And then it's not quite that though. Is it lonely? Yeah. That's not quite it though. And I keep searching and searching for a word to come close to describing the emotion. So what I got to today was fearful. And I thought, is that it? I'm feeling like I did not plan to feel fearful today, but it is here with me. So I check that word again. Is it fearful that I'm feeling? And I'm like, yeah, actually, it's all these things coming in at different angles. And at the core of my emotion is just a fear that's dropped in. Everything is information. So then I take that emotion I've labeled fear, and I've said to myself, what exactly is it? What is it fear about? What if I'm doing nothing wrong at all and all I'm doing is picking up signals with my tuning fork and I'm feeling fear today? Could I get to a point where I actually thank the fear because it's going to give me something? And from that labeling of the emotion, we can go forward to an action. So for example, I will be like, okay, I'm feeling fear. I think a walk would help me. Walks always help me file my thoughts. The sun is shining today. I'm going to go for a walk. And then I thought, like, this is legitimately how it all goes. Then I thought, do I want to go for a walk first or record my Tuesday YouTube video. And then all of a sudden I got this spark where my brain was saying, yes, if you go for a walk, it's going to help you do your video. And then I checked in with my emotions again, and I'm like, do I really need the walk before the video? And I found a spark of joy. I thought, no, I'm doing the video now and then going for a walk to reward myself. And I got excited about the video. I started rearranging furniture in the meditation hut. I started planning for tonight's light circle session, and basically lit my own fire, my own Bunsen burner, because the light was kind of out before that. All it takes is the naming of the emotion, and then you can pivot from there. You can pivot to exploring that emotion more. You can pivot to taking an action that will help that emotion ease. And I actually have a bunch of other things that I'm going to do after my walk that it's going to address the fear that dropped in to visit today. I think it's really important for us all to know life isn't all as great as it may appear to be on social media, you know? It's good. Social media is good, and it's a good reminder of what's good. But in life, there's the balance between the not so good and the good, the light and the dark, the information and the lack of information. So if we just remain open to what our emotions can tell us, it's a critical indicator to help us move forward in our lives, just from where we are right now. And then where we are right now again in the next moment, and where we are tomorrow. It helps us embrace this variety of life on planet Earth. Please subscribe, like the video, comment. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about emotions. Send the video to a friend that you think it might help them. And you can follow me on stoppingtosmelltheflowers.com. I can work one-to-one with you as well. And if you live in the area, you can come to some of my group workshops. Take care.